Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator. It's Friday, so today we're going to have a Friday. It's fun to learn. Yeah, noted. Okay, and you can learn something new every day because the more you know. There's big talk out there that there's no planet B. And it's true right now. There is no planet B. There's no way to get to another planet. So wouldn't it be nice if we just respected the Earth that gives us this great life that we get to have on this ball that floats around in space and has a lot of cool things to do? But right now, our neighbor, this is August 13th, 2024. Today is the 15th when I'm recording this. And they found liquid water on Mars. This is Strange Sounds. It was covered a few places. This is Science Daily. And they say, scientists find oceans of water on Mars. It's just too deep to tap. So seismic data from the InSight lander indicates deep porous rock filled with liquid water. And this was August 12th, 2024, out of the University of California in Berkeley. They say the summary is that quakes and meteor impacts on Mars generate seismic waves that can map the interior. A new study analyzed seismic waves detected by the InSight lander and concluded that 11 to 20 kilometers beneath the surface, a zone of pores and fractures is filled with liquid water, more than was thought to fill Mars' surface ocean years before they disappeared 3 billion years ago. Too deep to drill, the reservoir is thought to be a possible refuge for life. The data from NASA's InSight lander allowed the scientists to estimate that the amount of groundwater could cover the entire planet to a depth between 1 to 2 kilometers or about a mile deep. And I put out the question, how deep is the ocean? And right here, it's 1,280 feet deep on average, okay, on average. And a mile is 5,280 feet. So we're talking a little less than half of the average depth of the oceans across the earth. But still, it's sizable. We're talking about a mile deep. But the thing is that it's located in tiny cracks and pores in the rock in the middle of the Martian crust between 11.5 and 20 kilometers below the surface. Even on Earth, drilling a hole a kilometer deep is a challenge. So they say that we can't really get to this water. But they say that it does help answer the question about the geological history of the planet. I mean, that's nice. We know that 3 billion years ago, all the water disappeared, and they're going to try to figure out some other things. Right now, the researchers say that we haven't found any evidence for life on Mars, but at least we have identified a place that should, in principle, be able to sustain life. And they know that Mars has had water on the surface because they say that there's lots of evidence of river channels, deltas, and lake deposits, as well as water-altered rock, supports the hypothesis that water once flowed on the planet's surface, but that wet period ended more than 3 billion years ago after Mars lost its atmosphere. So, I don't know, maybe this could help us determine what to do with all the CO2 they want to sequester. Maybe we could go put CO2 back in Mars' atmosphere, and then that planet could become livable again. But right now, this was big news that right here, Strange Sounds, that made a joke here, that the Nestle CEO in 2027 says that Martians do not have a right to water. Okay, so having a little bit of fun with it there. Not so funny because Nestle really does scoop up a lot of water in the Great Lakes, I believe, and sells it back to you. It's just crazy how that's allowed to happen. But here we have found water on Mars, and that will give a lot of people something to work on for a long time. So you can learn something new every day, and we can just make note of this, because the more you know, the better life is, and maybe there is a planet B. We'll see. Stay tuned, people.